written by Anonymous. Table of Contents. 1. Introduction. A. Journey into the Spirit World. B. The Light System, TLS. C. Rays of Light. D. My Orders. 2. My first incarnation. A. They came from the heavens. B. Growing up. C. Amram. D. The Pharaohs dynasty. E. After the Exodus. F. The priesthood. G. Military men. H. Moses. I. Reflecting on my past. J. The Holy Temple. K. Abraham and Sarah. 3. The Pyramid. A. Connecting the physical and the spiritual. B. The original divine race. C. Technology of the pharaohs. D. A new age. E. Mysticism of the pyramid. F. Structure of the pyramid. G. Heavenly winds and the Garden of Eden. H. Hidden mysticism. I. The pyramid. J. The pyramid star. And K. The power of thought. 4. The age of love. A. A new level of consciousness. B. Internal dissonance. And C. A bright future. Introduction. Finally, after a long period of time, I was permitted by my superiors to document my first incarnation and the reincarnation of my soul family from the year 2448 according to the Hebrew calendar, 1312 BC according to the Gregorian calendar. As always, permission from my superiors at TLS, the light system, always comes with more conditions. This time, the condition was that in addition to documenting my first incarnation, I must also write about the Pyramid Code, knowledge, science, and mysticism of the pyramids, to the best of my ability, without revealing the operational codes. It's difficult for me to even believe that this is happening, and it's even more difficult to understand why they would require this without the code. I don't understand the logic of writing this without the code. After all, the code would reveal the true essence of the information that exists within this document and would allow the reader to gain an immense amount of sacred wisdom, knowledge, and information. Regardless, Rabbi A.A. has demanded that I write it without the codes, which is the reason why I am going to do so even though I don't understand the reason behind it. Although I don't understand the reason for doing so, I am still grateful for the opportunity. I will do my best to document the reincarnations, and I will try to explain the essence of the Pyramid Code with the hope that my memory does not betray me. First, I will begin with my personal story of my first incarnation regarding 2448. However, it is my duty to briefly explain what had transpired in my life over the last few years, since January 29th, 2010, until today. Journey into the spirit world. For a reason unknown to me, my journey began on January 29th, 2010 into the spirit world. It is a journey that is unexplainable and very confusing to me, especially at that stage of my life. At the time, I was a normal person who was married with children, a secular Jew who was quite far from the awareness of the spirit world. I wouldn't have defined myself as an atheist, a high priest, nor a pope. At most, I was a secular and traditional Jewish man. Different humans, souls, beings, and grand spirits stormed into my life without any advance notice. They became the guides of my path in the beginning of my spiritual journey. I did not understand what was happening at the time. I was lured into a whole different world, and due to my curiosity, my whole life turned upside down. I was clueless as to the process they were putting me through, and eventually I became part of an incredible, secretive, worldwide spiritual organization. I was trained and accepted into the organization relatively quick, although I never became an official member. The most notable person at the time was Rabbi A.A., who was actually the chief spiritual leader. There were hundreds, if not thousands, of people who worked under his supervision. Above him, according to my limited understanding, was a being that I know from my current reincarnation as Adam. I first met him when I was 28 years old in New York. Despite his old age and the fact that he could actually be my grandfather, our connection was undeniable. We became great friends relatively quickly, and through our relationship my life was transformed. Although he lived in Israel, we kept in close contact until his death in 2002. Adam reappeared into my life in 2010 through a dream which changed my life forever. He is actually the one who introduced me to Rabbi A.A. and eventually to the TLS organization. The Light System, TLS. TLS, the Light System, is an undercover organization with branches in every major city around the world, which has been in existence for thousands of years. This is the first time in history that information about TLS is being published. Permission from TLS has been granted in advance. The organization is made up of roughly 7,000 initiated agents, some of which are very well-known people in the world today, and not all initiated agents are human. The organization is comprised of all races, religions, genders, and ages. TLS performs both physical and energetic or spiritual tasks in every subject, plane, dimension, and geographical location in the universe, not just Earth. The tasks in most cases are complex group operations. However, there were instances when I was sent on a mission without any backup or support. TLS has possession of extremely high and powerful technology that defies all the laws of physics that is publicly known to modern science. The ultimate goal of the organization is to bring humanity as a whole to a new level of awareness and consciousness. TLS became my family and my home. I began to live a double life, and most of my missions and activities have been done in secret. Everything I learned and all that I was doing was kept a secret from everyone, including my closest friends, my wife, and my children. As time went by, I received more knowledge, learned more, and understood more as I performed strange and, at times, dangerous roles and missions till this very day. The organization is comprised of people who work in the physical realm and people such as myself who have been recruited to missions of spiritual nature. Rays of light. I have documented countless meetings with Rabbi A.A. and the people of TLS, and over time these documents have been compiled into a printed book known as Rays of Light. The book contains a wide range of information and wisdom covering many topics. It also contains a considerable amount of personal information about myself, as well as a number of other people very close to me, including my wife and my family. Due to the sensitive and personal information that exists within Rays of Light, I am hesitant to publish the book, although all the members of TLS, including Rabbi AA, have pushed me to do so countless times. Despite my hesitation and objection to publish this book, it was made clear to me that the book will eventually be published for the masses. At this point, I just prefer that it is published after my death. Honestly, I do not want to deal with all the questions, as well as the great pressure that will come my way after the book is published. The book, too, is encrypted with a code that is known to very few. The code of Rays of Light is much less complicated and easier to understand than the pyramid code. Without the code, a normal person will not be able to derive all the insights and conclusions contained within the book. Therefore, I don't see a purpose to publish the book without its encrypted code. Although I am sure that the book without the code may help a lot of people, I am obligated to protect myself, those close to me, and my loved ones. I am afraid that the information in the book may harm myself along with those close to me. I am confident that in the not-so-distant future, the universe and the Earth in particular will gain new insights and a new level of awareness. This new level of awareness will pertain to the nature and the universe in general. Once this new level of awareness is reached, it will allow everyone to discover the code of this book along with many other books that are based on codes such as the Torah and the Zohar. In the meantime, I do not see reason to release information that, in my eyes, is incomplete. Therefore, I will hold off on releasing Rays of Light until I have permission to publish it with the codes. My orders. On February 6th, 2020, I received clear instructions as part of my assignment to document what is currently ahead of you. I write with an excited yet heavy heart. I have mixed feelings. On one hand, I am very happy and grateful for the opportunity to document my first incarnation. But on the other hand, I don't understand why I must write the essence of the pyramid code along with it. As I said earlier, I feel that it is meaningless without the code and may be very difficult to understand. I know that one day the code will be revealed and it will be part of the collective consciousness and awareness of the entire universe. So, why not record and write it then? Why today? I don't understand. This is going to be very difficult and will require a great deal of concentration. But of course, as part of the system, I will comply since I have been ordered to do so by Rabbi AA. I am not sure if at the end of writing this, I will be willing to share what is written with anybody, even with those who are close to me. I will make the decision when this is finished. As always, TLS gave me the right to choose whether or not I would like to publish it. Personally, I prefer for it to be published after my death, and I have a feeling that this mission will someday fall on my dear friend, Jason. Over the years, I have learned that life is an enduring adventure that is infinite, with no beginning or end. I have learned that life is actually an eternal beingness, a wonderful beingness, one that occurs through different consciousness and different souls, while remaining one eternal soul. I have even learned and experienced the language of the spirit world. I learned what spirit and energy truly are. I was privileged to experience true and unconditional love. I am waiting for the end of the Age of Light, the era that we are currently in today, and for the beginning of the Age of Love, which is our collective destiny. This may even occur in our current reincarnation. Throughout the rest of this document, I will do my best to preserve Rabbi AA's authentic style of language as it is documented in Rays of Light.